The revolution is not about running down the street with a gun, shooting at who you think is the enemy. It's about controlling the information that's going into your mind that affects the actions that come after that information is in your mind. It's all about mind control. And this is also why fashion is such an important statement. What are you saying when you wear your clothes? But I say this to say that your statement with what you wear affects how you think. Fashion dictates thought, and our fashion is saying what we think.
Do not rush things. Take your time. Your life cannot change overnight. I feel like a lot of people feel like, hey, listen, I'm about to start my gym journey. I'm about to get in the gym tomorrow and I'm going to still do it. Don't expect yourself to change that fast. Take your time. Whatever you want to do in this life, take your time. Just make sure you're getting 1% better each and every day. I know I sound like a broken recorder. I've probably said this 1,000 times. But when I say take your time, I really mean it. Practice your craft. Make it a habit. Build slowly and slowly and slowly. Even
everything is supposed to go away eventually. You see this especially in like show business with famous actors or like musicians. And it's like, oh, this guy used to be famous and then he fell off. What happened? And they want to point to, they did this and they made some sort of mistake. Instead of thinking that, look, it's kind of crazy they got famous in the first place. So few people reach that level that, yes, of course, it's not going to last forever because somebody else has to take that spot. And that's how show business has been since forever. But no, they always want to say, oh, that guy fell off. It's like they want to look down on him for just going through the natural cycle of rising and falling.
Making someone else responsible for your happiness, then maybe you need to check that because you're the only one responsible for it. So deal with it. March, soldiers.
A lot of people don't like the art of manifestation. Let me paint you a picture. Somebody taps you on the shoulder and says, you just won $5 million. But I'll tell you what, with that $5 million, it's not gonna hit your bank account for another month. Nothing has changed. Your bank account still has the same amount of money, but you're gonna carry yourself like you're on top of the fucking world. You're gonna carry yourself like you have 5 million, even though you don't have it yet. You know it's coming. And how you act right there, how you would act in that scenario, that is the art of manifestation.
I read somewhere that the highest human act is to inspire, and we all are in search of inspiration every day. So events like this and just opportunities to be able to either inspire or be inspired, I think is what creates movements, you know? We all have the capacity to inspire people.
I'm on some new shit. Now I don't give a fuck how you feel. Now I'm just really expressing myself to the fullest. I'm a changed person, man.
How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you, also repels things away from you. Only think about what you want. Forget about what you don't want. Never speak about what you don't have. If it's no enemy on the inside of your mind, no enemy on the outside could ever do you or your body any harm. Don't look out the window, look in the mirror. Fuck what they say, fuck how they feel. Do you, do what you want to do, and be good at it. Just make sure what you do is good to you and for you.
It's always good to express what you're going through, to be expressive, because these songs might help other people for what they're going through. Especially, what's weird is like women really like this album, they connect with it, but men, there's nobody who speaks on a man's behalf of the way we really feel. What's the last album done by a very macho guy that expressed feelings and emotion? Like talked about heart, not just like sex and pretty girls and cars, but actually like kids and love and family and success and time distribution. Because the greatest thing that a man has to give to anyone, whether it's their kids or whether it's their wife, is time. And how much time do we spend chasing the American dream or chasing money and materialistic things? And how much time do we actually give to the women and children?
it's changing your perception that kind of changes the world around you, because it's the small things that we don't appreciate. So in order to appreciate everything, you have to be very, very, very analytical. So in being analytical, you start to observe the world in a different manner. So even how you approach people, even how you move, even how you think. When you change the way you think, you change the way you perceive the world.
Even if you look like a brick wall, you gotta go through that motherfucker. Because, it ain't no stopping. Every day you still gotta wake up. So, motherfucker gotta just stay down with their grind. And number two, the company you keep has a large influence on the situations you bring to yourself.
And it might not look like it right now, but everything's gonna fall into place pretty soon. It might look like everything is going wrong, but shit, that's how it starts. It If you're just not starting, everything gonna go wrong before it go right. You're gonna experience your worst days before you experience your best days. All your worst days is just, it might be piling up, might feel like it's continuous right now, but hey, all them bad days is just getting out the way for you to experience all that joy that's coming. Stay faithful, stay prayed up.
The niggas you gotta get away from you is the niggas, I don't know if that's gonna work. Well, bitch, we never tried it, so neither do I. Let's give it a shot. You get them niggas away from you fast. All them niggas that take deep breaths every time you come up with an idea. You know what, bitch? Take your deep breaths outside. You need some air, nigga. You need this little stuffy in here. Take your deep breaths outside.
Fail fast and fail often. That has been one of the keys to the success of some of the most famous entrepreneurs that you will ever meet. That your ability to learn things really quickly, fail, and not be afraid of making mistakes is what's going to give you experience. It's what's going to allow you to level up and what's going to allow you to become a better person. And by becoming a better person, you begin to unlock new things in life. You begin to unlock new relationships, new connections, new opportunities. But unless you fail fast and unless you fail forward and you're always working, then nothing is going to happen. I see so many people afraid of making a mistake, when in reality, 99% of life is learning. You see that 1% of success, you see people hitting the pinnacles and, you know, that championship shot that they took or that championship goal, and that's the only thing that you see, and you evaluate success based on that moment, but you don't evaluate it based on all the failures and all the attempts prior.
Times in my life where I've thought too much about regrets and stuff in my life, right? Yeah. And we've talked about that some in the past, like looking in the past too much, right? Or attaching myself to the past. Has there been anything along your journey that you've kind of regretted? And then how do you deal with regret?
I mean, individual choices and mistakes, yeah, but ultimately you learn from those. So, like, no, because, like, even the regrets, the bad things or the stupid things, you learn not to do bad things or stupid things. You know, all those things are beneficial in some way if you can get through them. You know, if you like did something that resulted in someone's death or something horrible like that, yeah, it'd be a terrible regret. But I've been very fortunate that hasn't happened. But the dumb shit that I've done or the bad mistakes that I've made, they've taught me. You know, you learn. Like, that's why failure is so important. Like, failing and fucking up and making mistakes, it's very important. That's how you learn. That's how the bad feeling that you get from something that you shouldn't have done or wish you didn't do or wish you did better. Like, especially failing at something where you half-assed it and you just feel like a fucking loser. Like, that just teaches you. It teaches you to get your shit together.
Well, you have such a good ability to learn from those things. Some people, I think, kind of it's just like it gets repetitive for some people.
That's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous to dwell on past mistakes because people sort of define themselves by the worst moments that they've ever had. And if that's the case, like, some people are stuck in high school. You know, they're stuck in failures that they had, like when they were first getting jobs, and they always think that they're a loser, and they don't like the feeling of failure, so they keep low expectations so that they never have to feel that. You gotta get through it. You gotta get through bad feelings. You got to get through failure. It's very important. And you get through it by just picking yourself back up and moving forward and going. But it's hard for a lot of people because they never get over it, the feeling of failure. And they don't have a good support system, like good friends. Like, having a good community of friends is very, very important, because you could feel like if you've been a girl broke up with you and you feel like you're the worst, you're a fucking loser, like you're a piece of shit. But then you go out with your friends and you have a few laughs, and next thing you know, you're laughing and you're like, I'm all right, we'll be all right. And then maybe you meet a new lady.
Yeah.
And she like picks you up and you're like, oh, we're gonna be okay. And then you learn from the last mistakes.
Yeah.
That's life. It just, those feelings of failure are so hard. They're so hard to get over, and they overwhelm people, and some people can't get past them. And then every time some new thing comes up, when you have to rise to the occasion, you have to perform, you think about that time you failed, and it fucks your head up, man. You think, I'm a fucking loser, I can't do this, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fuck up, you know? Like bombing. Like, how many times have you had a bad set and you're like, God damn it, I suck at comedy, I can't do this. I can't do this. I suck at comedy. That's just it. I just suck. And then you define yourself that way, and you got to get over it.
Yeah, I do notice, thankfully, you never have too bad in a row either, which is kind of interesting.
Well, you learn from that one, and you like coming out guns blazing for the next show.
We made money. So if money is the key to all people's happiness and will solve everything, and everyone's doing things for money, let's just make more money. But it's not about making more money. It's about keeping poor people poor and rich people rich, and keeping people in their place. And right now, we're experiencing the fall of Rome, or the Titanic has now hit a glacier. And there's people who would prefer to go down with the Titanic than to get on a lifeboat because they don't want to get seawater on their dress or on their nice outfit. The people are so programmed and brainwashed into classism and protectionism that it's difficult for people to embrace innovation unless it has a tag on it that's got a name brand connected to it that says, with this innovation, you will be better than the person, you'll be better than your next door neighbor.
And I'm realizing, bro, and it's like, we have no time to waste. When people say life or every day's an opportunity, I used to be like, okay, yeah, that person right. No, but now I understand it, bro. Every single day's an opportunity. Do not wait around, don't sit around, go get it, man.